everyone. Today we are making a video tutorial on file handling that you can add string in a specific line. For example, these are the current characters inside a file. So hello world, welcome to Java programming. And then after running the file, adding text in the second line. So basically, you can put this welcome to my channel inside the second file. So how we're going to create this kind of function or in a file handling. So first we will create our Java project. So and then we'll save here and we're gonna name it in add text. And then first is we're gonna change our class name into add a text. And then we're gonna create a file here. But instead of importing a file, we will just import all of the utility IOs using the asterisk. And then so first is we're going to create two files. And so first we're going to create this. We're gonna name our file into current.txt. And then second one, file 1 equals new file. We're gonna name into after txt. And then we're gonna use try catch to catch an exception inside a file reader and buffer reader and file writer and buffer writer. And then after that we will create a if statement so that we can create a file, which is the file and the file 1. So we will also create file 1 and inside of here you can create or we can add some file writer equals new file writer. Then the value inside the file writer is the first file. Okay, my bad. So first is not the file writer, we're going to create a file reader because we will store the value of, we will just reading the value of the current text. So first file reader in f reader new file, and then the value inside of it is the file or the first file or current text. And then but before that okay, let's just continue. So buffer reader b reader and the new buffer reader, and inside buffer reader is the file reader. And then next is we're creating a file writer, and then inside the file writer is the second file, which is the f.txt. So we will put inside the file 1, and same as the buffer writer, same with this buffer reader. So we are now done with this. Okay, so first we're going to change the class name, rename it, and then if you are on it, we'll now have the outer text and the current text. So the next step we're going to input is to create a string line or initialize a string line and able to use or to store the value of these lines. Example, if you have these lines, the first line and the second line, we will store these lines, every single line here inside the line, and enable to use using the while loop. So first is we will create initialize a string line here and scanner. But this purpose is we will creating a scanner to notify the user so of what he or she to be input. So first is we're gonna create a value of enter select a line. So the user must input here the number of a line. So we will initialize it here, the int number line is new, as the next int, and then consume the line with as the next line. And then now we are done it here. So the second text would be enter the text. So this inside of this code, the user must input the value of the string text, and then like this. Now we're done. So we were also creating or we'll initialize a integer that named index, so that we could increment this and we could compare this variable into the number line. So we will initialize it to 0, and then we will create now the while loops to find or to write the value inside the current text here. So the condition inside is we will initialize this line here, which is the value of this line should be the buffer reader, using the buffer reader function, which is the breader that read line. And then we could compare it using the not equal to null, so that it will always be true if the program has if the line string is same with the read line, so that it can read each line here, and after reading all of this line, so that must be this would be stop the iterations, and then we will increment inside the index here, and then create your if statement here. Then the value here or the condition here should be a comparison of index, which is changing every single iteration, every single loop, and then the number line. So index is equal to number 1, and then inside there you should input the value that you might want to add. So what should we write here? So we will use the buffer writer. So the buffer writer dot write, and what value we write. So you should use the text that you had input in the enter the text. So we will change this value into text, and then don't forget to create your line here. So every putting text inside here, we should also create um, another method here, which is new line, so that we could create another line instead of creating a text here. So if there's a text here, there's a new line before the text, so the possible value should be like this. So that's the purpose of the new line, so that you can create another line inside the text. Okay, and then after that, outside of the if statement, if it is not true here, the system should create the original value of the text, or the current text. What is that? So the current text should be here, not there. Okay, and then okay, so we will create the value. We will create the current value. So we will write this, and then the value here should be this, the value of the line. So because that is stored in the file reader and the buffer reader, which is the first file, which is the current text. And then we're also creating a new line here, and then after that we're closing all the file here, and then file reader close, and then buffer reader close, file writer close, and then last is the buffer writer close, and then a notification here, so that the user is successfully added the text is successfully added. Now we're trying to we will create also a catch exception here, which is like print stack, and then system out error, and then let's try. But okay, we are already created the file here, so we are changing the creating file here instead of exist, so that it could react as true. Okay, and then select a line. So what line is this second line? So this is the first line, the second line, and the third line. So we're adding this text inside the current characters inside of current files. So we are selecting the second line, which is 2. Okay, we're just, what if we try to change this, and then if we try to rerun file, so we're selecting the file. So this is the integer. So if we try to run 2, so what is happening? Oh, I forgot. This is not next in. This is next line. I'm so sorry. So we're going to rerun it. So this is wrong. Okay. And then let's try. Select line number 2. So enter a text. What text will we choose? So welcome to my channel. Welcome to my channel. So there's an error occurred here. Okay, so there are some technical issues here, but now the code is not functional. So if we try to run here, so the first goal is the current text should be sure where is that? So the first file should be this value. So as you can see here, and then after value should be like this. So if we try to input line here, which is second line, because we're gonna change it to welcome to the channel, and then enter the text to welcome to the channel, and then text is successfully added. So we can see here that welcome to my channel is added inside the after text, and that's how it works. Buffer using the buffer reader and the buffer writer, and you can create the values inside using the while loop. That's all guys, thank you.